Hey guys, I'm Elliott from Farmwall, and today I'm going to take you through how to start your own compost. So composting is a great way to recycle organic waste from your home, whether it be garden debris, organic food waste, grass clippings, and then break them down and turn them into what is eventually used as a soil amendment. There are many forms of composting, whether it be hot composting, cold composting, and many types of vessels you can use as well. The great thing is you don't need anything extremely unique. You can use pretty much anything around the house as long as it can drain and retain water at the same time, and you can put a lid on it. There's 4 ingredients to creating any successful compost: nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, and water. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a basic composting system that can get you started and get you starting to turn over some of that waste. So as I said before, you don't need any sort of a fancy vessel to start composting. You just need anything reusable around the house, container-wise. I'm going to use this old pot we have lying around today. And I'm going to start at the bottom by adding some dry leaf litter, which is our carbon. Now that's going to keep it nice and loose at the bottom as well, help promote drainage when we add water. And now I'm also going to add the nitrogen aspect, which is the green waste. The ratio you want from carbon and nitrogen is about 2 to 1, 2 being carbon, 1 being nitrogen. And this will ensure the right, balance in your compost, as well as making sure that there isn't any nasty smells or that sort of thing. You want to do sort of like a lasagna layer. So you're going to go brown, then green, then brown again, and then back to green, making sure you always have that 2 to 1 ratio. Adding a handful of soil to your compost will help increase the microbial life in there. It's similar to your aquaponic system in the sense that it is the gut health of it. It'll increase biological activity, and therefore decomposition will work at a more rapid rate. These hemp microgreen sheets that we grow microgreens on are perfect for compost. As you can see, the hemp acts as, when it dries, as something of a carbon, whereas this side is the nice green nitrogen side. So it's a perfect balance. Once you've finished harvesting your microgreens, you can add it to your compost and it'll be an exceptional addition. If you want to, it wouldn't hurt to also cut it up into small pieces so it's easy to break down. So once you've set it up, time to water over the top. As I said before, make sure you've got a vessel that's got complete drainage, and you'll want to see the water come out through the holes at the bottom. So the water is going to help the microbial life sort of survive and thrive in this environment. So, turning the compost. You want to turn your compost around every 3 days. Turning it will make sure that oxygen gets in, and it'll get rid of any of those unwanted stenches that you might gather. If you are having an issue with that, always add more dry leaf, and that'll help. So at Farmwall, we're all about repurposing, so anything you can find, maybe a piece of wood, and we're going to cover and put a top on it. So the last part is to put a lid on. If you purchase a compost bin such as a Bokashi bin, it will come with a lid, but if you're making your own at home like we are, then any old piece of material will do. The reason you put a lid on is so if it's an outdoor compost, you can control that, how much water goes in, because if you get 2, 3, 4 days rain, it might be too much, oversaturated. So things you don't want to add to your compost include meat, dairy, your pets, whether cat or dog feces. These things can be contaminants to the compost, as well as they may attract rodents or other unwanted pests. So after a few months, your compost should have broken down, and we're going to have a little look at an example of what it should look like. So it should be this dry, sort of moist, crumbly texture. See, if you squeeze it, it's nice and wet, but no moisture rings out of your hand. Water isn't dripping out of your hand. That's a good sign that you've created a successful compost. So I hope that was informative, guys. Composting is a great way to reduce our waste and also reduce landfill, as well as providing, fertilizer for our garden and our vegetables. Once again, I'm Elliott from Farmwall, and I'll see you later.